You got Mankato coming up. They're coming off a loss, and so you go in with a number 3 team or a ranked team, and you think like, okay, maybe you can catch them by surprise. They're probably going to come out hungry. So how does that affect your? How do you go in knowing that you're not going to be able to catch somebody by surprise? You're going to get somebody's best shot. Probably coming in a little angry.
Yeah, it's what it is. I mean, I'm sure they want to go back in time and win that game against Duluth and Duluth's a good football team. So I don't think it really changes anything for us. I think we just talk about living in the moment and kind of just day-by-day process to win college football games. So I don't think it really changes much of anything. We know we're going to walk down there regardless and get their best, and hopefully we can go out and show our best as well.
We were talking with Bryce, and transfers to Wisconsin for a hot second and then comes back here. Just what was that process like for you as a coach, wanting to see your guys succeed and then having the opportunity to welcome him back when it didn't work out there?
I told him when he left, I'm like, if things don't work out, you always got a home here. And with the new NCAA rules and the way they allow kids to transfer, it's part of college football now, even though I don't necessarily like it or agree with it. But it's the rules that we have to use right now. So Bryce is a good kid and obviously had some things that were pulling him back home outside of just football. So he was able to go back, and when he contacted us to come back to Bemidji, talk to some of the guys, which he's really loved and well respected in the locker room. So it's a no-brainer to bring him back.
Yeah, Mankato's probably going to be, no matter what you're going to play him no matter what. But obviously they lost last weekend's Duluth. They're now 19th in the country. When you think back at games you've had with them, what do you think about those games, and how do you expect this one to turn out?
Well, obviously you want to get to the fourth quarter and have a chance to win. I mean, they're traditionally an extremely gifted team, and teams that make deep runs into the playoffs are well coached and definitely have good coordinators and everything down there. So there's one way to beat them, and you got to play physical and execute and really execute a very specific game plan going down there. So hopefully ours is correct, and we can go down there and get after them. But good ball club. You got to be able to tackle in the box and control the run game, which they want to do. And a big part would be try to get a lead on them, and they can play from behind, which has happened both in their first 2 games. They did a really nice job sticking with it and coming back and beating a Northern team in overtime. And then Duluth, was able to get a lead on them and hang on in the second half. And thought Mankato played really well in the second half, just kind of dug too big a hole in the first half.
Yeah. Kind of touched on this after the game on Saturday, but we were talking about Duff about it, just kind of how much weapons this offense has. You guys, Alt had that game like you did. You guys didn't even have Malik in that game, and just thinking about all the different options that Alt has. Talk about the weapons and the kind of group that you guys have on offense and how hard that is for defenses to slow them down.
Yeah, it's extremely gifted offensive group. Like you said, I think it starts with Brandon. I mean, he does a nice job, running the offense and spreading the ball around. I thought he did a really nice job. Obviously, Brendan and him have some chemistry, and the crew a little bit with chemistry with Bubba Peters out there as well. So it's great, I mean, to have those guys out there. But you got Duffy, you got Bolio, you got Dell, along with the slots, obviously, with Bubba and certainly Malik when we get him back out there. So, and the running backs, I mean, they did a nice job out of the backfield. I think we rushed for close to 100, but they had additional 40, 50 yards to the air. So, got to spread it out and go that route. But, like I tell our guys, you're not going to rely on throwing it for 450 yards a game. So we got to get the ground game going as well. So, but man, it's fun to see them out on the turf, spreading it out and winging it around.
So first thing I'm curious about, open-ended on purpose, but you guys are 2-0 to start the season. Just what's made you guys so successful to have to start like this?
I think, honestly, just dialing it in on both sides of the ball, everybody trusting each other, doing our job each week, not trying to be too fancy. No one's trying to be a hero. Just go out there, trust your teammate, and if you got a chance to make an opportunity or get a play, just try and do what you can.
Mm-hmm. Colin mentioned to me a couple weeks ago that you, for at least a short while, transferred to Wisconsin and then transferred back here. Can you kind of fill me in on the details and the timeline and everything like that?
So that would have happened. So that would have been, I would have transferred to Wisconsin after my sophomore year so after the 2019 season, I would have transferred that start of spring, and then I was at Wisconsin for the I think it would have been the 2020 spring.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then I was there, and then that's when COVID started and everything.
Okay.
So it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a long story about what exactly happened there, but COVID started, texted coach back here, and came back here, they gave me a chance, so I'm
Cool.
just grateful for that.
Cool. So how in detail do you feel like going with, the details of why you wanted to transfer and then why you wanted to transfer back?
Well, I mean, first thing I'll say is immediately when I brought it up about transferring, Coach Bolte wanted to make it known that I would always have a spot back here and I would always be able to come back no matter what. So I knew right from the start, like, it's not good to have a backup plan, but like I was going to be welcome back here. And the way they treated me coming back in here at the beginning of last year and up to now, it's been honestly like nothing I could have expected. My brothers, my family, so yeah, I love all of them.
Cool. And then you go out and you score 2 touchdowns for the Beavers. How satisfying is that to be back here, to be welcomed back in like that, and then have it pay off on the field like that?
It's satisfying for sure. I gotta give thanks to my QB and the OC though. They dial up the plays. He puts the ball where it needs to be. So it's honestly easy for me because they make the game so much easier with the leaders we have on our offense and defense. It's fun out there this year.
What's it kind of take me through? What's it like on a day like that against Wayne State when just everything is clicking well? All had 5 touchdown passes, you caught 2 of them, and you guys were just kind of unstoppable. What's the feeling like when you guys kind of just like on a roll like that?
It kind of, it all goes back to preparation during the week. How you approach each rep in practice, each rep in the film room. If you're taking everything seriously all week, it's gonna unfold kind of how it did on Saturday. And we prepared good all week, and we're hoping to do that every week.
And talking about preparation, I'm sure that this year you guys have 2 wins in both. Passing game has done really well. I'm sure that the preparation you guys have done in the off season, stuff like that, is why you guys have gotten off to a quick start. Talk about the connection you guys built in the off season with Alt.
Well, we've all known that Brent is a great quarterback since he's been a freshman here. Just trying to keep him healthy. He's done a great job. He's been on top of everything from throwing in the summer to throwing early before practice. He's always there, and like I said, we got great leaders on the offense, and he'll be the first guy to call somebody out. He'll be the first guy to call himself out too. So he's definitely the example on our offense.
Yeah. Last thing, it's early, 2 wins only, but you guys have some tough defenses coming up here. But with what the offense, not just you, but all the other weapons that are on this offensive side of the ball, like what's the ceiling for you guys?
Honestly, it's hard to say what the ceiling is right now. We're just really trying to take it. We know we have a lot of talent right now, and we thought that in the years past too, and it's kind of come back to bite us because had some injuries, guys weren't ready to play, thinking we had good players at once. So we're taking it one day at a time right now, 1 week at a time, just taking it rep by rep, moment by moment, just worrying about where you're at right now.
I actually have one more thing.
That's all.
Yeah, Mankato, on the road, going to be another really tough test 19 team in the country.
Yep.
What are you expecting with the Mavericks?
We know what they're going to bring. They're going to come out, be physical. They got good players. They got good coaches. They got a big stadium, going to be fans out there. So we already know what the environment's going to bring. We're just going to live in the moment, take it play by play, see what they're bringing at us, try and adjust, and whoever comes out and wants it more is going to win. We already know that.
All right.
Thank
Knock it
you
out
very
park,
much.
man. Good job.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And best of luck on
Thanks, Bryce.
Saturday.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, guys.
You guys need me or no?